Hello everybody and welcome back to Encounter Roleplay. The year is 2015 and I'm young again. We've got the full cast and crew of the Order here today for the finale of this season. So let's get into it. Let's go around the cast and crew, remind ourselves of who we are and who we're playing tonight. Let's start with our DM, Susanna Grace. Susie, how's it going tonight?
Hey, it's going good. I'm so excited for this finale. Let's see what I've cooked up for you guys and how you cope.
Looking forward to finding out what which trash movie we'll be covering today in a legally safe way. Fantastic. We have Madame Gandalf back with us tonight. Madame, how's it going?
It's going very well. I'm feeling like I have been a part of a solidarity movement today. I too shaved to look younger, and I also decided to wear a hat so that new people at home will feel comfortable in this new viewer scenario of the week. So, yeah, it's good to be back, and I can't believe that this is the finale episode at all. This is it's an auspicious day. It's an auspicious day, and I'm excited to see where it goes. Where Ari, the self-involved, vain, obnoxious, and basically female counterpart to Finbar, will take her final stride as part of the Order.
It was only a matter of time before they kicked us out. We made it pretty far, I think. Fantastic. We have Matthew with us today. Matthew, how's it going, my friend?
Hi, it's going very well. I'm so hyped to play my little goblin idiot that I've made. I love him so much. I've literally spent so long just like on his whole character for a one-shot where nothing will ever happen with it. So if I just roll into like half an hour of exposition of just like a whole backstory, just mute me on the thing and just carry on. You're fine.
No worries, amazing, fantastic. And we have Dorkseed with us today. How's it going, my friend?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you doing, Will?
I'm good.
Yeah, so hi, I'm Thomas, or Dorkside VO on the Twitters. I will be playing Clear Skies Over Troubled Waters, or Clear Skies to my friends, Tabaxi Bard Sorcerer.
Fantastic, awesome, can't wait for that. Before we get started today, I'll be playing Finbar, the half-elf bard, who's a terrible person and is locked in a life and death love battle with George Clooney, the badger rapist. And it's all coming to a head. Over the past couple of weeks, it's been a tough battle for Finbar. We're going to see who comes out on top in the end. Quite literally. But before we get started today, I'll remind you guys of a couple of things. The first of which is we're sponsored here today by fancygrounds.com. Go and check those guys out. Download the demo version for free. It's a good old time, so go ahead and do so. And waylandgames.co.uk is a go-to destination for tabletop board games, war games, and more at up to 20% off the retail value. And then last but not least, tabletoploot.com is a place to go to get all of your dice needs. So if you haven't, check those guys out before Christmas and the holiday season really kicks off here. Go ahead and do so. And they're giving away a set of dice at the end of tonight's show, so stick around to the end to be in for a chance to win. Here is a tweet for you guys. Of course, 20 retweets equals a viewer decision, where you guys get to decide something which happens next in our campaign. And of course, you can also donate to affect the game as well by giving players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic badges, and worse. But I will hand over to Susie for the last time to remind ourselves of what happened last week on the show and to take us into tonight's finale of The Order.
Last week, I don't know if I'm ready to talk about what happened last week. They took my favorite movie and they twisted it and they perverted it and they ruined it. No, it's fine. It was hilarious. We did Van Helsing last week. The gang met up with Hannah Hilarious and helped her in her plot to destroy Count Vladislav Stragulia, who was a perennial plague upon the land of Brynnsylvania. There was a plot involving a fake marriage, Finbar dressing up as one of Dracula's brides, Finbar getting kidnapped by Dracula, Finbar waking up in bed next to George Clooney, Finbar imagining everybody as George Clooney. It was a very Clooney-centric episode for Finbar. He had a lot of badges to wrestle with, emotionally, physically, spiritually.
Emotional badgers. Sorry.
But this week, in our finale, we open on a party. It is the annual Mistmas party. In fact, it is the night before Mistmas, and we see the Guild of the Order. They're having a great party. Everybody is wearing gaudy and terrible Mistmas jumpers. They're having a great time. Everyone's drinking mulled wine, eating lots of canapes and hors d'oeuvres. And, you know, generally mingling around, chatting and talking to each other. We see Wolf wearing a bright red sweater with a very large knitted Bessie on the front of it. He looks to be quite merry. His little cheeks are pink. And he has a paper crown sort of half on his head. We pan across. We see other friends from adventures past. You see a lubed up turtle in the corner being spun on her shell. We see orcs. We see all sorts of friends gathered around. And in fact, the Grand Huntress herself is here too. And she's mingling with the guests. She's wearing a very nice, well-tailored suit with a very smart, understated Mistmas jumper on top. It's black with a black pattern of a slightly lighter shade of black with a slightly darker shade of black embellishments. And she's mingling and talking. She has a glass of wine in her hands. You guys find yourself in the plaza outside of the guild headquarters, and in all your time in the Order, you've never really taken much time to look at the building that you've called home for quite some time. And as you approach, you see it's all lit up and festive, ready for Mistmas. And it's at this point that you notice that there's something different about the building today. It now appears as a great tall tower, so tall that one could say it scrapes the sky. And you see that you are stood in a grand open plaza below. The doors are open, welcoming you, ready to join the festivities.
I love a party, Ari, so this place looks a little different today, but I'm all about it.
Oh, the more wine, the better. I've
What
even
is the
brought my own
most
tankard.
what is the most expensive looking thing around? Is there anything, it being just a plaza? Is it you? Okay.
It's Finbar, yeah.
I feel like Vavash is just sneakily trying to pickpocket Finbar, just like walking slightly behind.
It's all
like,
underwear. Every pocket is underwear.
And he just keeps pocketing it. He's...
Which actually can be worth its weight in gold. There are some which are literally made of gold.
Made of gold, yes.
Okay, well, let's just see how well you are pickpocketing your half-elven friend. Roll a sleight of hand check. Finbar, roll me a perception check. No, sorry, what's your passive perception? Not roll me a check.
Oh, passive perception. Is there 13?
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, so you don't notice that you are being pickpocketed by a goblin.
Yeah, little tiny goblin with this big old hat on, so other people will probably be able to see him quite easily.
Yeah, I feel like everybody would be able to pretty much see this.
Yeah.
Except Finbar is oblivious.
Yeah. He is very good at his job. He's just very obvious if you know that he's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who Ollie's? I don't know say he's picking the underwear, I guess, but I just look down at one point as he's just like grabbing one. I see that you're a fan of my line there. Glad that you purchased some on your own accord. I don't believe we've met before. Finbar, the half-elf bard, and my companion Ari.
Yeah, sure. Hi, my name is Vavash. He puts out a hand and then shakes quite vigorously.
Do you have some kind of rash? I have some ointments and creams for that. I've had most of them.
Oh, cause my name is. Oh, no, sir, it's nothing like that. It's an old goblin name, is what it is. Sorry, what was it? It was Finbar, was it?
Finbar, yes, and Ari here.
Writes in a little book.
Pleasure is yours.
Eventually, Tabaxi, that is dressed in a long coat, but Donald ducking it from the waist down, and a pirate's hat, tricorn hat, walks up and says, Oh, is that where you got off to, Vavash? I thought we were going to the party together.
Oh yes, that was the plan, she. But then I saw this nice man in all of his clothes, and I just thought he might have something on him. Sorry, Claire. I didn't mean to do. I'm sorry. And then he just kind of hopples over back to Claire, and then scuttles behind him.
I extend my hand to the two folks in front of me. I say, "Clear skies over troubled waters, but you may call me Clear Skies."
Why would we do that?
Oh, I don't have any money. Is that? We
I
do
see.
handouts.
Yes. No handouts anymore. Not after the last.
No,
I get in
no,
trouble a lot of time for handouts.
We no
I
longer
was
get
attempting
dental at the
to shake
order.
your
It's
hand.
been a bit.
Yeah, sorry, they don't have any money. I checked earlier. I just made sure. But yeah, no.
Very well.
This is behavior, though, that you are used to in this plaza, which you know is informally called Smackhead Tommy Plaza.
This place was named after my brother, actually. Little old Tommy there.
Oh, this is your. Wait, so if he dies, do you get this building?
It's more of a family name. Each of my brother Tommy, and then our dad Tommy, and then it keeps going on. They're all Tommies, and unfortunately they all had quite a bad problem. So this was kind of named after them because this is where they used to hang out and rob people.
Nice.
Right. But about that, if they die, do you get this building thing?
I'm not sure. Maybe. We could find out if you guys want to go on a small excursion. We can go back to my family home and see what would happen if they all were to meet an untimely end.
Yes, that sounds like a
No?
lovely plan.
Yes?
I don't believe that anyone had any other plans for tonight, other than having us go meet your family.
That's
Well, I was
true,
just- I was
honestly,
just-
but there is this party here. But I could go and kill your whole family if you wanted to.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Very reasonable
Well, not
fellow.
kill. I never said anything about kill.
Who said kill? Not me.
No,
You legally didn't hear me say that.
No,
If you did, I'll sue.
I believe you.
So let's not go and kill
You
your
want-
family for the legal
No, you
repercussions.
the party?
Party's good. You
Yeah,
often kill
okay.
people at parties. Not that I would or have.
As you were
Or
stood
not that anyone
outside
should kill.
chatting amongst yourselves, you see Wolf come out towards you. It seems he's spotted you from inside the hall, and he's coming out towards you. He's a little bit wobbly on his feet. His path to you is less than straight, and you see that this paper crown is now fully covering like one half of his face, and his cheeks are like quite ready at this point. He's like, friends, Merry Christmas, everybody. Ari, you look beautiful tonight.
I look beautiful every
coming to the
night, but I'll
party?
take the compliment.
This party is officially named.
Do you have anything maybe a bit stronger that might help take the edge off things? And no one's dancing. I feel like there should be dancing.
Yep. The huntress has brought her stuff, spirits. She got this whiskey stuff that is very good.
Yeah, I think
she's here.
She's here.
Huntress is here, and she's drinking. Why didn't you say so?
Ari's gonna start like taking things out of her pocket that she may have taken from the orders buildings. Remember that candelabra? Yeah, that like suddenly ends up on a table out of nowhere and things like that. It's turning to a little bit of a Mary Poppins, but in her clothing moment of like, how did she fit this whole lamp in here?
So we have Mary Poppins
Exactly.
and a pseudo Dick Van Dyke. That's good. I'm glad. That's good stuff.
We'll be chimney sweeping before we know it in the Nakatomi Tower.
Chim chim true indeed, my dear.
So are you guys joining us for the Misfits party? Yep. Do you like my sweater? It's got Bessie on it. Do you see? Then this is Bessie's big tentacles, and then this is the one that Bryn cut off, and then this is the tooth that Bryn got. And did you look? I've still got it. And he pulls it out on a necklace.
You really need to get a life, son.
At least you succeeded with the ugly sweater contest.
Let's go find this huntress. She's really cool. We've got this on and off thing that she isn't yet aware of, but it's pretty spicy.
Yeah, I'm quite aware of these sorts of relationships.
She's sort of like a plan C, I guess. Right.
So, he smiles and leads you back into the guild hall. And he just sort of, the second you get into the party, he is gone somewhere. He just disappears in the crowd. And you guys are left to mingle for a while. Is there anything you want to do right now?
What kind of people are here at the party?
It's basically anybody you've adventured with in the past, other hunters, tradesmen from the area. There's quite a lot of like bankers here and just influential people from the area. You can tell the difference between the adventurers that you know and the people from the town, because like the adventurers you know are dressed like shit, the bankers and rich people are dressed like rich people.
I'll go talk to a banker. It's a group of bankers.
You see a large portly man wearing a very fine suit with a monocle. He has a little pocket watch chain, and he's sat there with a little glass of sherry. It's comically small in his large hand.
On the sherry, I see. Nice to meet you, good fellow.
Yes, pip sherry, love it.
Chin chin.
Chin chin, indeed, young miss.
Speaking of money,
yes.
How do you like to invest in my latest line of underwear, which is coming out 2019?
You see him reposition his monocle a bit and lean closer to you. Underwear, you say?
Yes.
What kind?
That's
Did you
right.
have
It's
samples?
specifically my new line, which I've piloted a few times, which is Incredible Heresy. Absolute Heresy is completely different. And then there's another one which I'm coming out with, which is Ungodly Incest.
And as you say this, the monocle falls out of his eye into his sherry glass, and he says, oh, good God, are you Finbar the Bard?
Half-elf bard. Yes.
Oh, my apologies, sir.
Yes, and I need a lot of gold, because the Ungodly Incest line is just ungodly in many ways. Most of all monetarily. I mean, it takes a lot to get the incest into the underwear.
He looks at you and he says, no need to pitch to me, young man. I'm a big fan of your work. I'm wearing a pair myself.
I could
them
tell.
To all my mistresses.
That I didn't need to know. That's oversharing. But, good. Then I will rely on your support for the next year then.
Absolutely, absolutely.
During this conversation, if Vavash can hear this, he's just like slowly taking the underwear out of his pockets and just neatly placing it on the floor. Just like, no. Running off away again. I've messed up terribly here, I have. I think he would run over to Clear Skies though. Like, hey, Clear Skies, you know all these bankers? I was wondering if there's anything we could do to like take their wealth away just from them, and then we could have it, and well, that's all the plan I've got. I just thought it would be quite nice just to have some money.
Well, my friend, well, that is an interesting idea. I am afraid that we are supposed to be on the up and up. Remember, we left that life.
Yeah, but we would be even on the up and up and up even more if we had money whilst we were going up. And Vishka, you just, it's
so
just
you want
that we've
us to
been through
be-
this and you never we never take things anymore. And it's, I just like, all right, okay, I'll get something to eat then. Do you want something to eat? I'm gonna go get something to eat.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
my friend. We will be moving on up very soon.
Just very grumpy, like a stroppy teenager, just like taking food. You know, it's like never lets me steal anything anymore. It's rubbish.
All right, and as you guys are mingling, you hear the sound of a little like spoon on a glass, ting 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 ting, and everyone's attention is drawn to the Grand Huntress, who stands before a large table, and you watch as she stands there tall. She's still got a wine glass in her hand, and she says, "Excuse me, everyone. I would like to thank you all for making this the greatest year so far for the Order. Your efforts have been unparalleled, and because of them, we have been able to crush our enemies and protect those in need. On behalf of myself and all of you hunters gathered here, I wish you all a Merry Mistmas and a Happy New Year." And she raises her glass.
Here, here.
Stuff. We are the best.
Woo!
I go over to talk to her.
Okay, there's a general cheer, and Finbar, you move over to talk to her. And she's kind of stood chatting to somebody else as you approach.
Hmm.
So, Clear Skies, is that a family name?
Oh no, it is a name that I earned while on the sea.
You cleared the skies for good travel?
Something like that, yes. I was once a pirate. It is a black mark on my history, but
If anything, I think that makes you deeply more interesting.
the herald of our approach was that the skies would clear before we arrived. Hence, clear skies over troubled waters.
You can see that Ari's clearly had quite a bit to drink at this point, and she's actually engaging in conversation and doing the drunken like while she watches Finbar from the corner of her eye go up to Our Lady Orderess.
Huntress. Fancy seeing you here.
Well, it is my guild.
Oh, right, yes. That's true, I suppose. Anyway, big celebration, great year for us.
Yes.
Did a lot of work myself, obviously. So I was figuring that, you know, now that I've sort of sorted your guild out and, you know, really sort of made everyone better, fixed all your problems, that I would probably leave now. And I figured that because, you know, we've got this thing, but we can't because, you know, we're working together. And that would change if I was no longer a employee, a partner.
There's a moment of silence as if she's trying to process what you're saying to her. And it's rather unsettling as she's still wearing the mask, and she sort of, the eyes of the mask focus on you. Do you know what, Finbar? I'm in a seasonal mood.
Yes.
Perhaps there could be something.
I'll take that as a maybe.
I'm looking to expand my experiences. And you might be just the morsel for it.
Are you talking about the same thing that I'm talking about? Because you're talking about it as though it might be food.
She sort of giggles,
I'm
like
talking about
small, like she lowly chuckles in her chest. She boops you on the nose, and then she walks away.
Love how that went. Oh well. I'll rejoin the rest of the team. Nailed it, I say to Ori.
Okay.
No, you would.
so-
Todd. No, you would.
You make your way back in, you mingle, you chat, you throw shade at Wolf, who you see every now and then pouring around trying to start a dance floor. Nobody was into it. But after a little while of you being at this party, the front doors that had been closed to keep the warmth in, because it started to draw on in the evening, it started to get cold. The front doors slam open, and you see in the doorway, Finbar, a face you recognize instantly.
Oh no.
It's George Clooney.
I hide. I dive under a table.
And you see that he is
Someone's on-
flanked by a legion of thugs that look to be heavily armed. And they're always all inexplicably speaking in German. It's bizarre.
Wait a minute.
Ari's going to wander on up to them, believing that she might in this state be fluent in the, Daedric talk of German.
Ori, no. That's Hans Clooney.
We know which character I'm going to end up being in this one, don't we?
You go on to torture. No. Suddenly Finbar's on a plane. Going back for Christmas.
Like a fist with your toes.
And she's going to go up to him and say, "Welcome to the party. Is there anything that we can get you to drink?" But it's going to come out in her worst kind of German, so it's just going to be like, "Ich bin nach and dragen trinken." Like, the worst German you've ever heard in your life.
Just English with a German accent.
He just
Yeah, it's not even German, probably.
puts his finger on your forehead, and he says, "Nein, danke," as he pushes you away. And you watch as one of his goons can't really do this with crossbows and it'd be effective, but loads of crossbows, shoots it into the ceiling, and everybody kind of goes and stops. But you see, this is a party, and nobody has their weapons at a party, including you guys. You have them stored upstairs because you're at a party. You're not going to turn to a party armored. This is wild. And he says, in a voice that sounds remarkably like Alan Rickman that I cannot do, he says, "Due to your grand huntress's legacy of greed around the globe, she is about to be taught a lesson, and you all will bear witness. Now, where is your grand huntress? Where is Vladislava Carmilla Dragulia? Where is she?" And you see as he's walking around the people in the
I cast invisibility. That's what I've done.
Finbar is fetal under a table, invisible.
Rocking
And-
back and forth.
You see him walk around the group, but he quickly finds the Grand Huntress because she's the only one wearing a mask beyond her guards, and it's really obvious that she's who she is because she looks fabulous. And he walks up to her, and he reaches out and pulls the mask from her face. Says, "That's a very nice suit, Vladislava. It'd be a shame if anything were to happen to it." And she has a very stern expression on her face. And this is the first time you guys have seen her. She's always been wearing a mask. But Ari and Finbar, you would recognize her as the woman in the portrait at Dracula's castle. From last week.
My God. Vladislava, that's the same name as that other guy from last week. What a weird coincidence. Probably not related.
This must be a sign.
It's a really common name. It's a bit like Dave.
Or John. Or Chris.
So, as Hans Clooney's guards start rounding up everyone, there are small kerfuffles. Some people try to fight their way out. There's a very big, large, brutish guy that's trying to punch a few henchmen, but he's quickly overwhelmed and rounded up. What would you guys like to do? You have an opportunity in this chaos to slip away.
I'm going to grab Vavash, and at 3rd level, I'm going to cast invisibility on both of us.
Okay.
So we kind of duck behind a statue in the foyer and turn invisible.
Awesome.
Stay
Okay.
quiet, my friend.
Oh, but they're bad people. We should be getting the bad people. What are we doing?
We have to fight smarter and not harder.
All right, then. So Finbar's invisible. Clear Skies is invisible. Vavash is invisible. Ari, you're the only one who's not invisible. And the goons are coming towards you. You have a chance. What are you going to do?
I am readying my speech so that I can make sure that the pregnant lady here can actually have a proper seat to sit on, and that we need to organize toilet breaks for everyone.
So you're attempting to blend in, or just try to be very helpful hostage?
I'm gonna blend in.
Okay, so I would like you to roll me a deception check, please.
All right. Luckily, this is something that I am pretty good at. Oh, an 18.
18. Okay,
It's the first time I've tempted the die and they went with me on it. Lordy.
So a couple of guards come towards you, and you turn around in perfect German. You don't know where it came from. The drunken brain kicked in. It's beautiful. You turn around and you bark out instructions to them. You tell them to watch after the pregnant woman. You tell them to arrange proper toilet breaks for the hostages. Make sure there's a good rotation for the guards so you don't get tired. You arrange tea and coffee breaks. You are an incredible henchman right now. And they believe you.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh my gosh, she's one of the bad guys. This guy, she's one of the bad guys.
You should
He
have
seemed
known.
so nice before. She didn't seem like a villain at all. I feel betrayed.
Sorry.
I'm gonna pretend I'm not related to anybody that might be going against their plans.
So you suddenly have like the super white bleached hair of like Carl.
Okay, so you have convinced the guards that you are one of them, even though they kind of initially, they're like, I don't recognize you, but then, you are very forceful and efficient, so they automatically assume that you are a fellow German. And I'm so sorry if anyone's from Germany in the audience. What do you like to do after that?
I would like to try and find invisible Finbar, and I'm going to do so by leaving trails of underwear wherever I go.
In a lesson learned from Gransel and Hettel.
Exactly. Except with underwear. The R18 version of Hansel and Gretel.
So Ari, you sneak off out of one of the side doors of the main hall in the Order headquarters, leaving a trail of underwear as you go. Finbar, you notice that there appears to be a trail of your underwear leading somewhere.
I will follow it without question. He doesn't even realize that he's doing it. He just starts crawling while looking around. And just picks up underwear absentmindedly, so puts it in his
pair of underwear.
A pair of undies. Ooh, a pair of undies.
Okay, can I get a stealth check with advantage then, please? Because you are invisible.
Don't let Hans Clooney see me, please, God. Okay. That is a nat 20.
The fear of the Badgers is put into you the second you saw Hans Clooney come through those doors, and you've never been quieter in your life. And you managed to sneak your way towards Ari, who's made her way to a stairwell. Clear skies, Vavash, what are you guys doing?
Should we try to get away since this party doesn't seem like much of a party anymore? Should we try and
to get
leave?
upstairs. I need to retrieve my weapons. I am useless without them.
Okay, that seems fair. Do you want to cause your distraction? Oh, wait, no, we're invisible. We could just walk.
Yes, we can just walk.
Okay.
Okay, roll stealth checks for me, please, with advantage.
So that's plus 7 to that, so that's a 13?
Okay.
12, no, 13.
Yeah, and I'm 24.
Okay. So, you both make your way after the trail of disappearing underwear that you spot leading towards the stairwell that you know leads up. There is the faint sound of kitty claws tip-tapping on marble floors as you go, and you watch as one of the grunts, who is a bleached blonde, tall, muscular man with a heavy brow, turns.
I knew I should have worn my boots.
And you hear him mutter, "What is das?" as he walks towards you. He doesn't seem to see you, but he's sort of as he's walking.
If I were to cast message, would I be able to... Is it like directly into their brain, or can I have it be like a whisper, like 5-ish foot from them? Or just have it be like sound like it's coming out of...
The only problem is, if you cast a spell, your invisibility drops.
Sugar, it does, doesn't it?
You could roll a perception, performance check to see if you could throw your voice.
Okay. How would I be able to get to, I don't know, like a table of food or something, and then just like, if I push it over, would that also end the invisibility? Just like make us like a little clatter so they'd look the other way and still be invisible?
I wouldn't say that would break your invisibility because it's not an attack. So it's not an attack or a spell, so you'd be all right with that, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. I think Vash just like as soon as the person looks at them, Vash like, oh shit, and scutters away.
Okay. Yeah. So as you do that, you tip over a table that has beautiful silver platters on it, and tons of hors d'oeuvres and tons of vol au vents just go flying. Tiny little hot dogs spray up the
vol au
wall.
vents.
And you watch as this guy immediately spins around and aims his crossbow at it, and he walks forwards very suspiciously. You get the feeling that this guy is a bit of a mook. He's not too smart. But it's enough time for you two to make your getaway to the stairwell.
Nicely done, Vavash. Now let us go.
Okay, so you're all in the same stairwell right now. Only Ari is visible.
Oh, Ari! And then can I cancel invisibility, or can I not do that myself?
If we're not around other like bad guys, I would drop invisibility as soon as I see Ari.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Ari. We met outside earlier, outside of the place. Outside of the party. Do you remember me, Shvavash? Take off the hat, even though she's never seen my actual face since the hat kind of blocks. It's like, it's me. Oh, we haven't. Sorry, actually, you probably recognize me more as this. Hi. It's me again. Do you remember earlier?
The little one with a rash and the cat who likes skies. I remember.
Yes.
You see a pair of underwear just like disappear somewhere, and then Fimbar suddenly appears. Oh, you're all here. What are we doing? What's?
Oh, it's me from earlier, outside of the party. We met. No.
Hell are you people?
No.
Oh, Ari.
It's me, Vavash from a shit. You wouldn't reckon. It's
Oh,
me.
the rash.
Hi.
Yes, the rash. Yes.
No, I don't have a.
Hey.
I don't have a rash. That's my name. Is Vervash with a V, not an R?
You're not making any sense.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you guys again. Do we want to go upstairs or something?
There's a mad Hans Clooney on the prowl. Fool, we can't just. He took the huntress. We're gonna have to go and find her and save her.
And I need to retrieve my weapons.
She was down to either bang or some kind of cooking class together. I'm not sure which, but I want to find out.
Oh, cooking class. That sounds exciting.
Yeah, it's a cooking class. Can I join in, or is it just like a personal thing? I don't want to ruin your nice day
Not that kind of class.
Oh. Okay.
Does this place maybe have any sort of beams we can climb up on or climb through?
Perhaps some vents that we can crawl through.
Wouldn't you
know
it?
I can make us all climb any surface with a spell that I picked up. If we want to, climb like spiders up walls like a bunch of creepy exorcist demons.
This is a dream I never knew.
If there are vents, why wouldn't we take them?
I just thought, okay, no, that's fine. We can do that.
Luckily for you guys, last week the Huntress had just finished up a grand construction project on the guild headquarters. She'd overseen the construction of something called an elevator. You'd never seen them before, but these incredibly powered boxes that move up and down between floors that get you there easily, and then a ventilation system, because as we know previously, the Order headquarters has had terrible problems with black mold. So there are many routes of egress and ingress for you to pursue.
Perhaps we should take the elevator.
Well, I heard from someone that you shouldn't use elevators in emergencies, and this kind of feels a bit like that. And also, wouldn't the elevator be really loud and we just all snuck out with invisibility and whatnot? And I just feel like that might be a counterproductive measure. We should crawl through the vents like sneaky boys. I think that will be a good fun bonding experience for all of us.
Boys and girl, we have a lady with us too.
Oh, sorry. Yes. No. Sorry. My point. The hat. I can't really. Sorry.
That's okay. I thought we're going to a formal place. You wear a hat, right? That's what they do at formal things. I'm used to stealing and whoring rather than bawling. Though I do know how to go to do balls well.
Trust me, I've been in a whole realm of balls with Ari.
I handle balls impeccably.
Yes.
Hence my fluent German.
I can honestly say that I also handled balls quite often. Balls of yarn, to be specific.
Me too. I think they're great. Vash's not understanding any human jokes that's going on. I also love them. I think they're the best things ever. I once met a few balls, and we all had a real good time. I had fun doing it. Do you guys want to go in the vents? I think that would be a good idea.
Not so much anymore. But yes, I will.
Oh, yeah. Okay, great.
I jump into the vent.
Okay. So you make your way into these vents, and they are quite cramped. Enough for a Bruce Willis-sized human to fit in, however. So you can make your way into these vents pretty easily. You do clatter and make quite a little bit of a racket as you travel through them. However, you do manage to circumvent most of the upper floors by traveling through them. And before long, you arrive at where you think are your quarters. It should be about right.
I think this is a spot. By busting out here, maybe we can get to our weapons.
Perfect.
Okay. So you just descend from the vents.
Yes.
All right. So you just drop onto the ground.
About
Yeah, the little pop. I would like you all to make me a perception check.
it's 11 from Finbar.
That's 11 for Vash as well.
Whew, that's a 25 for Clear Skies.
And a 12 for Ari.
All right. So Vavash, Finbar, Ari, you guys are trying to clamber down from the vents as quietly as possible. But Clear Skies, being a tabaxi, an agile cat, you make your way down and you drop, and your ears immediately prick up, and you turn your head down the corridor. You see that the door to your communal quarters is slightly ajar. There's light coming out of it, and whispers of German.
There is somebody in our room.
Are we supposed... Oh, did we have friends over and we forgot about them? Or do you mean like a bad somebody's over, like somebody broke in?
I believe it is the bad guys.
Do you remember when the bad guys broke in a couple of minutes ago?
Well, yes, it's just quite a long way from downstairs to up here, and I thought maybe they didn't make it in time. But that might just
remember
be
when
because
there
I
was
have
an
small
elevator?
legs.
We took
Oh,
the
yeah,
long
sure.
way through the vents.
Of course, yes, I forgot about that. Well, let's go fight them then. They're bad guys.
Do you have any weapons?
What? I
I
no,
have some magic, that is about it.
I have some pretty basic magic as well. Can't do much serious stuff without my arcane focus, but I could do some.
Okay.
I'm gonna start slinking that way.
All right. So I would like you all to roll me stealth checks then as you approach this room.
That is a 22 for Clear Skies.
Hot, Dad.
Nice.
26 for Finbar.
An 11 for Ari.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh, dang. Okay, so Ari, the booze is kind of getting to you a little bit.
Yep.
It's kind of interfering with your whole rogue thing. It's kind of getting in the way a little bit. You're not as light-footed as you may have been sober. But the rest of you managed to slink to the door very, very quietly. And you see inside, there's two guys. And these don't seem to be the brightest of the bunch. These aren't definitely not the they're not named henchmen, let's put it that way. And you see as one of them is holding up Derek's dress to his chest and like woo to the other one.
Oh,
And they are
Derek will
going
not
through your
like that.
belongings, making fun.
I have an idea. It might work, but I should act quickly. And I'm going to pull a little bit of sand from my pocket and cast sleep on them.
Nice. All right.
33 hit points of sleep.
All right. So you watch as Clear Skies creeps forward with a bit of sand and blows it in their direction. And you watch as one guy is like, ooh, la-di-da, ooh-da-da, with the dress dancing around. And they both just go, oh, poof, and eat shit as they both fall asleep on the ground.
Oh, I was
I
good
think the
job,
coast
Chris.
is
That's
clear.
Good job.
Let's grab all that shit.
Oh yes,
I
yes,
go
we
in.
should
I
take
go in.
our shit.
Yeah, go grab my shit from wherever, whatever lockup we put it in, and also steal their stuff. Oh, and we comically tie them together with rope.
Excellent. Yep.
Of course.
As you do.
Have to do this, really. Excellent.
I would also like to loot
Yes,
Okay.
good idea.
anything,
Ari's going to
anything
be
that looks like
rooting
slightly
properly.
valuable.
I'm not being shh. As she like starts to pick some of the pockets.
You find these stones that I would like anybody who knows any magic to roll me an Arcana check.
Ooh, I don't know much. Actually, I know
14
everything.
for clear skies.
22 Vivimba. Suddenly
Oh,
very
very
knowledgeable
nice.
today.
Suddenly
just got
knowledgeable Ari on Arcane as well. Like,
What's happened to us?
Okay, so Finbar and Ari, you know what these things are. These are sending stones. And you know they can be used as sort of like short-range walkie-talkies.
Excellentro.
They're communicating together.
You know, I have an idea again. I've been practicing my German accent. Perhaps we could convince them that we are on a different floor. Redirect them somehow.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Would we know if the sending stones are just like between two, or is it between like a bunch?
There's one way to find out. Ari's going to grab and go in her best German. Test dich. Hello.
Test
It's so
dig.
impressive when people know another language. I was never able to learn one. I just don't know what she's saying at all.
Why are you testing dicks?
Guten Tag. Hello.
You just hear back, hello?
It's multiple. It's multiple.
Yeah, you hear from a few people, hello, 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 hello. And
It's
then
hello.
you hear the voice of Hans Clooney shout, I told you to keep this channel clear.
I'm gonna grab the sending stone from Ari.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my friend. We were investigating this floor and we found some intruders. They head to the third floor.
Okay, you hear him go. Ja, sehr gut. Out.
But Clear Skies, what
That
if
was
we go
close.
to the third floor? Because then we're going to be the people that got away. I don't think that's very. I feel like that might have not been the best shout, sir. But
I
you
had
probably
to,
know best, and I appreciate that, and I apologise for ever questioning you. Okay, now we have all of our weapons. Where do we want to pop off to? Where do you think that the Hans is?
find
Maybe we should
Hans
ask him.
first.
Do we want to ask George where he is?
I don't want to ever speak to George, but we need to know where he's taking the Huntress. Oh wait,
I could.
let's wake one of these guys up and ask them. And I'll like slap on awake.
Okay.
Wake up, you batch of fuck. Where is the Clooney?
I don't know.
Where are the rebel Clooneys?
I
must
don't know.
You must
I was-
know.
No, I don't.
You don't? If you don't
Can I
tell
have the
me, I'm
sentence,
going
though?
to do terrible things to you.
Just a no one. I'm just Mook number 1. We put out a casting call. And I'm not even supposed to have lines.
Picked the wrong day to be Mook number 1, son.
I'm not good at improv, I'm sorry.
I can tell. Listen, if the hard way isn't going to work on you, then how about this? If you help us out, then I will give you acting lessons. I'm the greatest actor you'll ever meet. Even better than Clooney.
I don't know. Have you seen the stuff he can do with a badger? It's a masterclass.
That's not the word I would have used. But it doesn't involve the word master.
We could do a fun trade. How about if you tell us where he is, I can give you these 2 really cool sending stones. I found them earlier, and you could have them if you tell us where he is.
Hey, no, one of them is mine.
That's not true. No, they're both. But no, they're ours. We have them.
It's got a unicorn sticker on it. I put that on there.
I like you can't have a bounty on unicorns. You have monopoly on unicorns. I like them as well. There's lots of cool. No, I don't want to give you these anymore.
All right. No, what's the other sticker then? Huh? Without looking, what's the other sticker? Prove it's yours.
Somebody punched this man.
Cat claw to the face.
Oh my god, it's a unicorn over there. Look.
What?
Look at the back real fast.
You see, it's a it's a like a dragon, but it's made entirely out of pink glitter, and it's wearing a little crown. It has big false eyelashes and big kissy lips.
Sorry, it wasn't a unicorn. I was mistaken off the glint of the most glorious, beautiful dragon in the whole world. It's full of pink glitter. Well, it's made of pink glitter. It's nice. It's mine. See? Because they're mine. Because it's my sending stones. Do you want them? Because you clearly are all into the same things that I am.
A magnanimous dispensation.
I grow a conscience and learn empathy. Vimal suddenly softens for a moment. You know what, son? You're not so different, you and I. I used to be an up-and-coming actor, too. I understand that you just signed up and now you're in this terrible position. Listen, if you don't help us, I'm going to let George Clooney do terrible things with badges to you.
Oh, God.
And neither of us want that.
Oh, God.
If Clooney is allowed to survive, there will be no end to the badger raping.
Oh, God.
Every corner of the earth, every warren will be violated.
He just breaks down into tears. He says, oh, he's probably taken her to the room. He has some grand display he wants to do. He wants to prove his power or something. I don't know. God, save the badgers. Save the badgers.
Where is Clooney? Where did he take her? You must have heard something.
The roof.
Damn it, why didn't I think of that first? The roof is a perfect place to rape a badger. We have to get to the roof now. Thank you. You will be rewarded in the next life, I say as I kill him.
Weird understanding of empathy, my guy.
You see his face goes from a thank you to a wait, what? As you his throat and it just bleeds everywhere. He's still tied to his friend who's asleep, by the way.
He helped Clooney, and that is unacceptable. Now, to the roof! And I run off, more empathetic than ever. I felt so bad for him.
That was terrible that I just did.
You saved him from a terrible end at the hands of Clooney.
Exactly. He put the loony in Clooney. It works. I swear it works somewhere.
Imagine people trying to put Canadian $2 in George Clooney.
Clooney. They're trying to put a Toonie in Clooney.
Anyway, so you all making your way up to the roof?
Yes.
Okay, so I'd just like a couple of stealth checks from you guys as you do, just to avoid large clumps of goons.
Okay, that's 21 for clear skies.
Mm-hmm.
And a 17 for clear skies.
This stealth is this? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
21.
Okay.
10.
That's a viewer
Sorry.
decision as well, Susie.
Oh boy, viewer decision. What notable thing will they see as they make their way up the tower to face the Clooney?
Amazing.
I can't believe I just asked that. Every time I ask a thing, every time, instant regret as it leaves my mouth. Okay, as you are ascending the tower, you hear a sound coming from an open elevator shaft. You see the door is open, and there appears to be two figures in there, one hunched over another.
Strange.
What kind of hunch?
Okay, it appears to be a hunch as if one person is lying down or propped up in a corner and another is doing something to them, like leaning over them, crouched in front of them.
Maybe we should get closer.
Okay. As you approach closer, you see a figure in a dirty white tunic with the sleeves ripped off. He has no shoes. He's covered in blood and cuts. And you see he's leaning over a figure that's slumped in the corner. It's wearing a Mistimus hat, stuck awkwardly on its head, sort of half over its face. And as you approach closer, the figure spins and turns around. And you see, with wild eyes and a terrified expression, you see Wolf. What? Oh my god! I didn't expect to see you guys. Like, yes.
Wolf?
Yeah.
The hell are you doing here?
I managed to escape and get to my room and then I got I had to fight my way back in, and then I thought I'd help. You think this is helping? And you see that it's slung around his chest.
But Wolf, you look badass.
Thank you, Clear Skies. Thank you. I appreciate that.
It'll just go to his head. I find negative reinforcement is the best way to get through to him.
Oh, that's
You
fair.
see slung around him, he has a crossbow. And he looks battle hardened and ready to go. He says, So, are you gonna go rescue the huntress? Yes?
We are, Wolf. We are. Yes.
We? Can I come?
Well, already, I mean, there's this thing where, you know, it sort of cramps our style to have you around, and you're kind of pain and sort of useless, and I don't like you. The list does go on. I can keep
What
going
he's
off.
trying to say is that you're a little bit sadly pathetic, and we can't carry that pressure around.
Right.
Oh,
It's a lot of
alright.
responsibility, and I don't really do that at all.
I mean, okay, then I'll just. I know. Do you know what? No, I'm gonna go do my thing. You do your thing, and then we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you go, Wolf.
good idea.
I've never met you before. You seem like a nice stand-up person. I hope you live your best life. Vivash looks up to Finbar like,
And now Wolf just
You
sort of
do your
nods at
thing,
you
Wolf.
and says,
See how it goes, buddy.
"Good luck. You'll need it." And then he walks off to a vent and climbs into it. As you do, you hear him mutter, "Come out to the guild. We'll get together. We'll kill a few beasts." as he crawls away in the vents. And as he leaves, you look back into the lift and you see, with several crossbow bolts sticking out of him, one of the nameless goons sort of in a corner, Mistimus hat on, and scrawled across his chest in his own blood, Wolf seems to have written, "Now I have a crossbow, ho ho ho."
What kind of loser takes the vents?
I know, right?
That was strange. I guess we should keep on going upwards. Maybe we should take the elevator now if we can.
Yes, that would be the quickest way.
Well, speed is of the essence now, because now we know where Hans Clooney is at the top, and he's going to kill the Huntress. Probably.
Yes,
or
yeah,
break a
I
badger.
agree.
Or turn her
Walks
into
in
a badger
and
and
then
really
Vash
badger.
then gets the body and just tries to hide behind it. Just for a little sneaky boy.
Sneakiest boy.
The sneakiest boy around.
So are you guys taking the elevator up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
everyone else is.
so
Kill Wolf on the way up as he comes out.
So you guys pile into the elevator alongside this body, which is just kind of awkwardly in the corner at this point, and you head up. A couple of floors up, it comes to a stuttering stop, and you see that you're kind of stuck between floors. And you can get out on the upper floor, but it'll be a bit of a squeeze. But you get the feeling that you're pretty high up.
Can we see what's wrong with it? Is it
Inside
just
the
generally
elevator,
stuck?
it just seems to be jammed.
Okay.
Well, you can't see from inside it. If you got out, maybe you could see.
Yeah.
stick
Am I
that
small
outside.
enough to fit through the bars?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
the
you're all
gap?
small enough to sort of squeeze through onto the upper landing.
Oh, okay.
All right, Rashi one,
Oh.
you go first. And she'll just immediately lift up Vivash to the bars.
Mhm.
And then just crawl through.
Squeeze your way through, yeah.
Yeah.
So you make your way out, and you turn around and look back at the lift, and you see that the elevator is jammed. It appears to be jammed by a very familiar Mistimus sweater. A bright red, gaudy sweater with a big emblem of Bessie on it, and jammed into the corner of the pulley mechanism to stop it from working is Bessie's tooth.
Oh,
Hmm.
try and pull it out.
Okay?
Let's do that. Am I strong enough to pull it out?
Roll me a athletics check.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Oh, dang it. 17?
17? Okay, yeah. So you're working at it a little while. It's wedged in there. For a weedy kid, Wolf seems to have got that jammed in there somehow. He's a sneaky little shit. But you managed to pry it out, and the elevator is loose once more. But I would like all of you, as you're sort of looking out onto this floor, to roll me a perception check.
It's 19 for clear skies.
Okay.
That one.
Got a 4.
Sorry, what am I rolling again? Just double check.
Perception.
Yeah, that 15's nothing. That 15's not real.
5.
5. Okay, clear skies. You're the only one that sees this. But you see a man wearing a suit of dark armor, styled after a bat, that has rather large, noticeable. Once you see him, you can't unsee him nipples on it. He seems to flash you a smile and shows you what appears to be a credit card with his face on it. Gives you a wink. Disappears with a swish of his cape deeper into the tower.
Did anyone else see that?
What?
She what?
There was some sort of man bat here.
Okay.
I don't know. He had very large nipples. I figure Finbar might have seen him, but
Usually I do spot nipples. That is true, but not these ones.
Are you
Very
sure it was
sorry.
He
real?
was
Well,
straight
well,
around the lip as well.
Yeah, so what is he doing?
he showed me some sort of card that you could put credit on, and then smiled at me. It was very uncomfortable.
Strange.
Are you sure this is
Indeed.
real, Clear Skies? Was this another?
Perhaps I'm hallucinating. I do not know.
Okay. Well, just press the elevator button to go up.
So we table that discussion.
Yep. Bing.
For time.
A bell rings, ding, and the elevator begins to move back up. Roll me a acrobatics check, Vavash. See how quickly you can. Are you doing that from inside the lift? I didn't know if you were still
I actually
outside
didn't
of the
think I
lift.
was doing it from inside the lift. Yeah.
All right, so we'll
no,
see
yeah,
how
I'll
difficult-
roll the acrobatics. 17.
17. Okay, so you, without thinking, just hit the up button, and then you're like, "Oh shit, I'm outside the lift," and you dive. You dive in just as the lift doors close, and it almost snags the back of your lovely hat, but you manage to keep it in place and not have it ripped from your head. But you begin to ascend the floors up to the roof. As you do, the final bell dings and the doors open. You see it's nighttime, but this roof is lit by large burning braziers instead of spotlights. And you see stood in the middle of this tower Hans Clooney. And on her knees on the ground with her back to Hans Clooney is the Huntress, demasked. And you see that she appears to be angry, yet unable to really do anything. And he,
What does she look like with a mask off?
she looks like a pale woman with raven black hair, very striking red eyes. And you see as she appears to be talking to Hans Clooney, something strange with her teeth. Her canines appear to be longer than the typical humans.
Into it. Okay.
And you see they appear to have a discussion, and an almost argument seems to break out. She is very aggressive in body language to him, and actually at a point she spins around as if she's going to attack him when Hans Clooney raises a hand and her head explodes.
I turn invisible again. I'm done. Time to go. Time to go.
I turn to Vavash and say, "This is the time to fight, for us to be heroes."
Yeah, I want
I
to
think
cast
it's a bit late.
haste.
He's already dead.
Can I cast haste on Clear Skies? Has
Yeah,
he turned
absolutely.
to us yet? Or is he? Okay.
He's in the process of beginning a monologue, so if you want to do something before he monologues.
He's just
Yes.
close to someone.
Yes, great. I'm gonna use subtle spell meta magic, so I just do it silently. I just silently cast
Yep.
haste on him, so he doesn't quite know that we're there yet.
Okay.
If he was to
Mhm.
not know.
Okay, so as just as you quietly and subtly cast a haste on Clear Skies, you see him pull out a handkerchief and sort of dab off the exploded Huntress head from his face. And he turns to you and said, "I wanted this to be professional, efficient, adult, cooperative. Not a lot to ask. Alas, your Grand Huntress did not see it that way. So she won't be joining us for the rest of her life." I'd like everybody to roll initiative.
Gosh.
Uh,
Not 20.
That is
I want to do
Nice.
anything.
19 for Clear Skies.
Okay,
Just
and we
want to
have...
hide.
Ooh.
Oh, goodness.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh, my.
Oh, maps. Operators.
and I got 18.
Okay,
sorry, I got
so
17.
we'll do anything between 25 and 20?
Yeah, I got nat 20.
Oh yeah,
so-
Finbar got nat 20.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what the number was. 23. I
20
think.
to 15?
17.
19 for Clear Skies.
Okay. What's your dex?
Me.
My dex?
Clay Skies' dex.
My dex is an 18, so +4.
Your
four,
dex is slightly higher because nope, I don't believe it is. Oh, your target
I
speed
got
is
a-
doubled, but no, never mind. Because of the haste.
Yeah.
There's no change to your dex. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, 15 to 10.
Oh, yes, sorry. I got an 18. Sorry.
An 18 for Ari. Okay. No worries, no
20,
worries.
19, 18, 17. I like that. It's good stuff.
Ari and then Ravash. All right, Finbar. At the top of the round, Hans Clooney,
Okay.
the Badgermancer, stands in the middle of this tower.
I've only got one idea. So, I'm going to run to the edge of the roof. And I'm gonna not be invisible and say, Clooney! Come get me, you badger rapist. And that is my turn. I'm gonna taunt him to come towards me. And I'm gonna ready an action to Thunder Wave.
Okay, so
And the ready action is when he comes close to me. I want to knock him off the roof is the idea.
all right. I like it. Roll me just like a performance check just to see how much of your
Oh,
heart and
lovely.
soul you put into this call out.
I put every part of my soul into this. Actually, I don't. I don't really feel it too much. It's a 9.
Well, you know, Finbar has that natural magnetism. Clear Skies, you're up. You are hasted.
Yes, so that would make my movement speed 60.
And you take 2
I-
actions.
And I can take an extra action. So I'm running straight at Clooney. With my rapier drawn, I say, "Today is the day that you die, badger rapist." And I'm going to rush forward, and I'm going to make 2 attacks with my rapier, and kind of try to angle myself so that, like, he is how am I trying to describe this? So that Finbar is. I would basically be attempting to push him toward Finbar, and you'll understand
I
why in a
gotcha.
second. All right. So that is a natural 1 for the first attack,
Oh no!
and a 23 for the second attack. And I'm going to spend one of my Bardic Inspirations to do a flourish to push him 5 feet plus my Bardic Inspiration die. So
Nice.
that is what is my Bardic Inspiration die at 5th level? D6? Or is it D8?
D6, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. So let me roll the damage for the rapier first. So that's 7 plus 5, so 12 points of damage, and he gets pushed 10 feet toward Finbar.
Nice.
And then I run, and then I can move with him as he's pushed.
Cool.
And,
So you,
As a bonus action. Nope, I don't have a bonus. Or yeah, as a bonus action, I'm gonna give Vavash inspiration.
all right. Nice. Okay, which will bring us to the Clooney, who sees Finbar, hears his call, and is utterly powerless to resist, and heads towards Finbar, who we'll say is over here. So he is close enough for you to use your readied action.
Okay.
Pretend the green is the roof, is the edge of the roof.
Yeah. No worries. I will roll a. No, he needs to roll a Constitution saving for it.
He
So I
does.
cast Thunder Wave.
That's that one.
Oh boy. That is then 9 points of damage, and I say to him, and it's like the most Star Wars lightsabers crossed moment. And I, with my new empathy, and I'm like, I understand why you raid Badger's George. I understand that you've never felt real love. I can't be that love for you. The crimes you've done against Badger kind, for which you must die. And I force push him off the off the roof. Is the idea? He moves, I think, 10 feet. I love that token. Holy shit.
Yeah, so he'll move. He gets pushed 10 feet.
Yeah.
So
He might be clinging on the edge.
yeah, so I'll just have him roll an athletics to see if he can hold on to the edge. Oh, he makes that. So he's clinging onto the edge for dear
Okay.
life. But you've blasted him off the edge. Ari.
All right. Ari is going to, in her slightly, how far away would you say I am, I guess, from our target here at this point?
I'd say you could get to him. Movement speed.
I hope he's wearing underwear. And she's going to run and try her deadly wedgie attack.
Okay. So, what does the deadly
Just
wedgie
dive
attack
at-
entail?
Oh, it means that she's going to run up and with no fear dive her hands right down the back and grab for whatever she can and squeeze and pull with all of her
Okay.
might.
Is that a new book? I've never seen that move or class before. That's really weird. That's I like that. I like that addition that it made.
Let's treat this as a melee attack.
It's in the errata.
Cool.
So,
okay, yeah.
So I guess
add your
strength
dexterity. Because you're being
Cool.
dexterous, you're reaching into a delicate area.
13.
13. What's your proficiency bonus?
That is a great question. +3. Oh, okay, so 16.
Plus 3, so it'd be 16. Unfortunately, not enough to damage him, but you do take a hold of his underpants and you see that he is wearing a pristine pair of absolute heresy.
I
Bastard.
knew he was a fan.
Is there anything else you would like to do whilst you are holding on to Hans Clooney's underpants?
I would like to attempt to whisper something seductively German in his ear.
Okay, roll me a performance check.
Performance? Alright, here we go. Come on, don't fail me, dice. 22! It's not every day when someone grabs your underwear and says something seductively German in your ear.
Okay, so I think Ari's grasp on German probably wouldn't be fantastic. So something seductive to Ari would probably be something like Apfelstrudel.
I want to see your wiener. Let me show you my schnitzel. Do you have lederhosen?
Yeah. Okay, so after Ari, we have Vavash.
I want to pull over to the edge. And see, because I want to cast lightning bolt, but I don't want to hit Ari at all, but I'm wondering if that's possible.
If you have one of the meta magics stops you from hurting friends.
Unfortunately.
Oh.
The other one I have is Quickened that I will be using, or rather have used, to cast it as a thing, and I might just do it anyway. Yeah, Vavash has only known Ari for like 5 minutes. So actually, so are they in the same, within the same 5 foot?
Yes. Well, not really. Like, they're adjacent. So, I mean, you can't technically have someone within the same space unless that person is very, very tiny small. So, Ari would be in the square, like, directly in front of the Begemancer. And, like, so Finbar would be, like, adjacent.
I guess I'm not able to, like, angle myself so I don't hit either of them and just go through the middle. Right?
You
Did I
do that? Yeah, you could. You could find an angle.
I'd much rather do that and not hurt anyone.
Hanging off the side and like zap, you know?
Yeah, I'll do that. Go on. So, I want to do Quicken spell and then cast Lightning Bolt. Which he needs to make a dex save. And it needs to be, gosh, what does it need to be? 15.
Okay, dex save 15. That does not beat it. I got a 13.
Cool. And now he takes 8d8 damage.
Oh,
It's a big boy. I think it's 8d8. Let me have a quick gander.
It's 86.
Oh, 86.
86,
Okay,
yeah.
jeez, yeah, okay. That's fine, yeah, whatever. Whatever, it doesn't even matter. There you go. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, that's a bad take right there. Alright, that's 19 damage, which isn't the best.
hey, it's still damage.
Whoa.
It's still okay. And then after the Quickened, I want to cast Scorching Ray on him.
Oh,
I just want to go
okay.
a bit too hard on him. Which is 3 d20s. Cool. So that's the first one. That 9 is a 16. 16 hit.
16 does not hit.
16 is not. 22.
Yep.
Cool. And then the next one is 21.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so that's 2 hits. I'm just burning through my spell slots right now. So that's 4d6 all together. Ding ding. That's 9. Okay. Ugh. Spin all my
9.
things on bad rolls. Gosh, Higgledy. Well, there you go. Yeah.
Okay, so
That's what he does.
I'm just gonna roll a con save to see if he can stay latched onto the side of the building after this onslaught. And he cannot. So as this onslaught of lightning and then fire hits the Clooney, you see his eyes grow wide, and there's a moment where he smiles as if he thinks he's got it, and then as his hand falls, he looks confused and very disturbed as he's falling and falling and falling, and someone down below, one of the assembled city guard, goes, "I hope that's not a hostage," as he falls. But in a dramatic plot twist, he appears behind you, Finbar. And he appears to have healed somewhat.
Oh, how is this possible?
Bam. So that will bring us to Finbar.
Fuck. Let's try that again. It's fine. Like double take. Fun away! And you roll me a Constitution saving throw.
That one's much better. That is a 18.
That's a save. Damn. Alright. That is most of my spell slots. I stay where I am because I don't want to provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay, so
I'll give Ari Bardic Inspiration.
All right. I would like, at the end of your turn, Finbar, the Badgermancer is going to use one of his legendary actions of disarming handsomeness, and he's going to turn to Clear Skies, and he's wearing a doctor's coat, and he appears much, much younger than he is right now, and he has a clipboard, and he looks down at it, looks up at you, and smolders. And I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. I don't think a 2 is gonna do it.
So, for your next turn, you have disadvantage on all attack rolls on the disarmingly handsome.
He is very handsome. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Sorry about that.
It's true.
Which will actually bring us to your turn, Close Guys.
Okay, still filled with this vigor from the haste spell. I'm gonna look at him and say, Hans Clooney, you are, without a doubt, the most handsome man I have ever seen. But that does not mean that you do not have to die today. And I'm going to cast Thunderwave at him and try to knock him off the building.
We're playing Hans Clooney pinball. That's a 6.
All right, yeah, that's not going to beat a 15. So,
the whole gang is so determined to push him off the building. You mean
It's like
he just
the only way we
teleported?
can see
He just teleported back behind us. Dang it!
3d8, right, for Thunderwave?
Yep.
So it's 9 thunder damage, and he's pushed 10 feet.
9 thunder damage. Okay. And so once more, he is pushed back, dangling from the edge of the building.
And then I will
Slightly
rush up to
further
him
up
and
this
use
time.
my hasted action to swipe at him with my rapier.
Okay. So you have disadvantage.
Sure.
It doesn't matter.
I rolled two 12s, so that's a 19 total.
19 hits.
All right. So that's 5 plus 6, so that's 11.
11, okay.
Pretty good.
So I'm gonna just roll another con save, like concentration, but concentration to not fall to your death.
That's fair.
He makes the save, so he's like clinging on for dear life, but still smolderingly handsome. But the smolder is not as effective on you right now, Clear Skies. You've seen through the smolder. You feel like next time you hit him, you'll be able to hit him properly. Which will now bring us to his turn. And he is going to pull himself up from the edge of this building. And he's going to circle around behind you, Clear Skies. And he is going to hit you with his badger chucks. Which is the thing he has, apparently.
Naturally.
Naturally.
It's already complete without the badger chucks, I found.
Does a 16 hit you?
It would, but I'm going to use my reaction to cast Shield.
Ooh,
Which
You
makes my
have
armor class
+2 to AC with haste as well.
Oh,
Remember?
that's right. So no, then it wouldn't. It wouldn't, because it would make my
Okay.
armor class 17. Yeah.
So from nowhere, he pulls out 2 small badgers connected by string, and he flails them at you. The first one bounces off. The second one, that's a 19 on the dice.
Okay, yeah. Then I will use my reaction to cast Shield.
Okay, that would be a 26 total.
Okay. Yeah, then that still hits. Right. I didn't
Good
listen.
try.
So yeah, I casted Shield. Yeah.
That is 9 bludgeoning damage as you get thwacked in the face by a flying
Alright.
small badger. And he will just go and finish his turn there. Which will bring us to Ari. You're muted.
Hey, am I still attached to him by the underwear?
No, as he was blasted off the side of the building by Vavash.
Oh,
He's made his way
excellent.
back up top.
Oh, well. Isn't he sprightly? Ari is going to try. Wait, so he's fully up. He's fully back in the room.
Yeah, he's back on top now. He's circled around, so Clear Skies is towards the edge of the tower, and he is a bit closer to the inside.
Okay. I think it's time for a good bit of old-fashioned crossbow action.
Nice.
And she's going to try and hit him right on his foot and try and pin him down.
Ooh. Okay. Roll an attack. We'll see how it goes.
Okay. 22 hit?
Yeah, 22 hits. Yeah, nice. Roll your damage.
All right. I do believe that's 1d6 for the crossbow.
I'm not actually sure how much a crossbow is. D6 or D8?
D8.
D8?
It's a d8.
It's like a hand plus crossbow. I think it's a D6.
Yeah, hand crossbow's D6, but light crossbow.
Yeah, light crossbow is D8.
That's a 7.
Nice.
Yeah, she's gonna aim directly at one of his feet to just kind of pin him to the ground so he can't do any more wandering around and getting back up when he's already been knocked down.
Nice. Okay, so you pop him in the foot, and he sort of like looks at you and goes, "Ow!" The arrow and the bolt seems to be still firmly in the ground in his foot.
Excellent.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I would like to confuse him with more sexually German phrases. I'll make a comment about his bratwurst this time. And something
Okay.
about... Yeah. We'll go with the bratwurst and maybe some sauerkraut stuff thrown in there as well.
Nice, nice.
Sexually sauerkraut.
Ew. He seems to be rather disturbed
Really?
at the connection of sauerkraut and sexual things.
I'd say we all
I like it pickled.
At the end of his turn, Finbar, he's going to reach out to you and say, Finbar, my love, don't fight this. You and I could conquer worlds together. And I'd like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
balls. Fuck, why does this always fail me? That's 6.
Okay, so, you are not charmed by the Clooney, but you are in a manner charmed by the Clooney. You feel like the next time you try to hit him, it will be difficult for you to do so, because how could you strike that handsome face?
Damn it, why can't I let go of you?
Okay, so, Vavash, you're up next.
I have a weird idea.
Oh
though
boy.
I'm not sure how successful it would be.
Uh-huh.
Well, I want to pull out my magic item, which is a little feather token,
Mhm.
which I can only use once, but if I throw it on the ground or touch it to an to an unoccupied space. Gosh dang it. Okay. Well, that doesn't work nearly as well as I was hoping. Right. Okay. So let me reconsider, since I was hoping
Yes,
I
I'll
could
get
just.
started.
So, just the magic item is if I touch it in an unoccupied space, it immediately springs like a 60-foot oak tree, and I wanted to just like yeet him into space. That was my goal.
You know what? That's such a
Give him the
great
old
idea that I will let that happen.
Yeah! Yes! Oh my god, cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If I just want to like run past and just like chuck it's just a tiny object that looks like a feather, so I guess it's like a little like wooden or brass thing. I just want to like chuck it at his feet, just like next to where he's pinned down, and then instantaneously a 60-foot tall, 5-foot diameter trunk just poofs into existence. And I want to just again, I want to just bounce him into the space. Yeah.
Yoked.
So,
And I yoked his ruin upon the mountains.
you watch on in horror as your newfound infatuation, Hans Clooney, stares at you in confusion for a second as a great grand oak tree pops up from beneath him, and he goes flying off into the air, and you hear him say, "Hans Clooney blasting off again!" And there's a shine on his beautiful white teeth, ting, as he disappears into the sky in the darkness. However, feeling very satisfied with yourself, Vavash, smiling, staring, pointing through the bleachers, Babe Ruthing it, you're very perturbed to hear the Clooney's voice in the middle of the tower, and you hear him say, "And when Alexander saw the breadth of his domain, he wept, for there were no more worlds to conquer."
Oh, gosh, diggity dang. I was so sure that would work. Team, I'm so sorry. Oh,
It was a
mind.
good try.
Oh, thank you.
But he
Thank you,
does
Chef.
look
Since
significantly
we pushed him
wounded.
off, he seems to heal.
You would have thought that someone getting hit by a tree would have done something. Oh, gosh dang it. I'm so sorry, guys. I've messed up real bad. That's just sitting next to the tree solemn.
His greatest strength is hard wood, Vash.
Oh, no! Dang it, if only I knew that beforehand.
Oh, God. Okay, so is there anything else you'd like to do, Vavash, besides sit by your tree solemnly?
Nah, I'm okay. I think actually I might just slide behind the tree. I feel like he might be a bit angry that I yeeted him into space.
Yes.
So I would like to hide if I can as a bonus action in a
Okay,
goblin.
roll me a stealth check.
Wonderful. Oh, nat 20.
Oh, okay.
It's
You
the
are
second today. Oh my gosh, how
so
lucky.
scared of the wrath of the Clooney that has just been yoked that you hide behind your new impressive tree. Which will bring us to Finbar. But Will has just disappeared. So, oh no, here he is.
And I'm back.
Hey.
Look, he's back in the center. And I can't attack him because I am.
You can,
Dumb.
it's just a disadvantage.
I have disadvantage. Okay. Well, I'm going to try and give him disadvantage as well. I'll give him a vicious mockery. In kind. So
Nice.
he would have to roll a what is it? Wisdom. I don't remember.
Wisdom save?
Wisdom saving throw, I think, for vicious mockery. I've got it here somewhere.
Oh, that is not good. It's a 3.
I say to him, "You're no longer the best-looking guy in Hollywood. It's me, bitch." And he takes 2 points of damage and has disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Nice.
It was the bitch that really sold it as well.
This is
It
right at the
was.
end.
Because
Yeah.
he wasn't affected, and then it was like, bitch. He's like, what?
And you see him go and put a hand to his chest. Upset. Hurt. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, that is all I want to do.
Alright. Clear skies, you are up.
Okay, still imbued with my ungodly speed. I'm gonna rush up to the Hans Clooney and say, "Why won't you die, Hans Clooney? And I'm going to cast Thunderwave on him again.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Alright. Well, he takes 10 points of thunder damage.
10 points.
And he doesn't get pushed, so then I will use my hasted action to swipe at him with my rapier.
Nice.
And miss with a 12.
No,
11.
unfortunately, that doesn't hit.
Yeah. Well, that's me.
Okay, so, which will bring us to the Clooney's turn. And he's gonna point at you, Clear Skies. You are becoming a menace. And while you are an animal, you're not an animal that I am sexually aroused by. And he's going to cast Polymorph on you, and I need you to make a saving throw. And I can't remember which save it is for Polymorph.
I think it's a wisdom saving throw.
I think it's wisdom, yeah. So I'd like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
That is a straight 15.
So Clear Skies, in a moment of confusion, you're like, wait, what? What is he talking about? And you feel your cat snout elongate. Your fur turns black and white, and your figure turns into that of a badger.
By the gods. In my head, because I cannot speak anymore.
There's just like a from the badger. I don't know how badgers sound. I assume it's like that. Anyway,
that was a
Ari.
person. I thought it was a badger on stream then. I was really confused.
Ari. Hans Clooney has just turned your friend into a badger. What are you gonna do?
Badger, mushroom. You know what? She's just going to, how weak is Clooney looking?
He's looking pretty wounded. One would say he might be blooded.
Okay.
Just means he's
then I think what she will do is pin down the other foot.
Okay, roll your attack.
Is he still pinned?
No.
No.
Because you launched him into space.
Because I launched him into space. I was just wondering, yeah.
I got a nat 1, so I don't think I did anything there.
So, Ari, as you say, badger, mushroom, you shoot at him, he turns to you and goes, snake!
It's a snake. Yeah, no, she's definitely terrified at the prospect of him knowing her tune that's going on inside her head. This is drunken Ari's worst nightmare, being able to read her mind.
Do you want to move or anything like that? Position yourself, or... There is now a giant tree on this top of this place, by the way.
On top of it. Okay. I would like to start climbing said tree.
Okay. I don't have a tree icon, so what we're going to do is I'm going to reuse an old icon, and this vampire bride is now a tree.
She's green. Hey!
She's green.
Yay.
You know what? I'd climb her. It's fine.
I climb that anyway.
I'd climb that. Okay, so just roll me a athletics check, just for see how well you do at climbing, how far you can get up.
Okay. Athletics. Not particularly well with a 3. Wow. I guess the alcohol really kicked in.
Which will bring us to Vavash. Ari is drunkenly climbing the tree that you're sat beneath, being solemn. Clear Skies has just been turned into a badger.
I think I might just be super basic and just cast a spell rather than being able to yeet anyone into space anymore. I am gonna do quickened spell again.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Scorching Ray twice.
Nice.
Spending all of my second spell slots. Cool, so that is... I need to roll 66. 66? Sorry, no, 60 20s. Blop, 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 blop. So that is a... Cool, so that's 3 misses, which suck. Okay, so 19 hits, is that correct?
Yes, 19 hits.
Okay. What does Bardic Inspiration do? Does that mean I can add a D8, is it?
Yeah,
to a roll?
It's a D6, I believe.
D6.
Yeah, to any attack roll.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm going to add it to that 1-8, because at the minute it's 15. So hopefully if I get a 4, which I don't, I get a 1. Fantastic. So that is... what is that now? That's 8 plus 7, which is 15. So 16 hit?
16 doesn't hit, unfortunately.
Ah, dang it. Okay. Oh, well, that's a shame. All right, so that is... That's 2d6, 46. That's still 66 with the 3 hits, which, I mean, isn't anything to tell you no's at that. I'm all right with that.
Whoa.
That is 23 damage.
Nice.
With these 3 little bolts, which because little flavor things for things that'll never come up again in future, so I might as well say it. Because his family are all rogues, everything looks like it's little roguey stuff. So these look like little throwing daggers that he's throwing a bunch of little throwing daggers. But yeah, no, there you go, 23 damage.
Nice. And these bolts of fire just sink into the Clooney, and he seems to just brush him off. It obviously hits and damages him, but personally doesn't seem too bothered by it.
Oh gosh, dang it!
Finbar, you're up.
I'm going to try and shoot George as well. And far less effectually, because I've run out of all the things that I'm any good at doing. So that's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Which will deal a whopping 5 points of damage. I've got this like tiny little plastic bow and arrow I'm firing at him with. Die!
Okay, so
that's all I can do.
Okay, so that will bring us to Clear Skies. I'm just checking, reading up on Polymorph 1 sec, because I use a spell and I don't remember what it does.
Yeah, I googled to see if I can do anything for it. I don't think I can. It's just until the hit 0 hit points. You're in it.
Yeah,
I think.
Good news is a
and
bad
it also
chance.
lasts. Oh, it's a concentration, so he has to
It is
roll
concentration.
Oh my
So
god,
if you-
yes!
on the 23. Oh,
He took
no.
a bunch of hits.
Yeah, but they would each be individual, so it'd actually be
9, 14, 16 is the first one he has to beat. And then 10 on the other one.
Beats the 16.
And then 5. Beats 6. Gosh dang it. That was my...
What? Fails the
Green.
next one. So Clear Skies.
Hey!
You watch in badger form. You feel powerless to help. You only have tiny badger claws. But you see your buddy Lavash step forth with these tiny flaming daggers. And it somehow is enough to break Hans Clooney's concentration. And you feel yourself once again returning to your glorious tabaxi form.
with fire and vigor in my eyes, I say, Hans Clooney, today you meet your end. And I am going to cast Thunderwave at 3rd level at him.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Kick his ass. Wreck his face.
That is a big, big fail on that save.
All right, so he takes 27 points of thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from me.
Nice.
And then I will rush up to him, and with my hasted action, I will swipe at him with my rapier.
Nice.
And that is a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And I'll spend one of my bardic inspirations to do a flourish and push him 10 more feet.
Okay, so we're pushing towards the edge.
So that's 7 plus 6 is 13, plus the bardic inspiration damage is 6, so that's 19 more points of damage.
Ooh.
Fucking hell. Is that 46 damage? Wow.
Yeah, I think so.
That is crazy. Good job.
Okay. He is
Thanks.
he's looking pretty dang rough right now. It's not looking good for old Hans Clooney right in this moment. But it is his turn. And he is gonna just unleash an absolute hellish amount of attacks upon you, Clear Skies, with his badger chucks. According to this stat block provided by Tweeter of Vecna, which I'm not responsible for, he has 4 attacks. So if you die, it's not my fault.
Okay.
You have a
10
shield, right?
doesn't
I do
You have
hit.
a shield in you?
Yeah, I've got.
It's at
I've
least
got,
+7 to AC with the haste as well.
yeah, I've got 2 more. I've got 3 more spell slots.
Okay, so the second to hit is a 24.
Okay. Yep, I'll take it.
The next one is a 25.
Yep.
And the last one is a 15.
Okay, 15 does not hit.
So you take 2 hits.
Okay.
So the first one is 10 bludgeoning. The
Alrighty.
second is 11 bludgeoning damage as he boom, boom, hits you with these badges.
All right. Clear Skies
stands
is looking
firm
pretty
and-
bloodied too.
He's breathing heavily. Which will bring us to Ari.
All right. I think Ari probably never really successfully made it up that tree with her failed attempts. So instead, she would like to use the tree as a launching point to lunge herself at Mr. Hans Clooney. And to, instead of maybe wedging, she just pants him this time.
Okay.
Putting his bratwurst on display.
All right.
Hopefully giving some embarrassment damage in the meantime.
Roll another dex attack like we did last time.
Come on. Gosh darn it, an 8.
Rough.
Okay. So Ari,
I
Maybe
started out
drink-
so strong today.
maybe drinking so heavily before the Guildhall got attacked by German terrorists led by a very charismatic man was a terrible idea as you launch yourself at Hans Clooney in an attempt to pants him, but your hands are a bit numb from the alcohol and you slip at his waist, you catch on his utility belt and instead come to face with the bratwurst.
I will be intoxicated by said bratwurst for a moment. Just, oh my.
Is there anything
Picked the
else
wrong
you'd
day to
like
quit
do?
drinking.
Okay.
I feel almost like, you know when they hypnotize like a cobra with the like... That's what I feel like Ari is right now, just like this.
She's been charmed
You
by
are
the snake.
charmed and take 5 points of mental
I am
damage.
charmed by the snake right now. Yeah.
Okay, so Vavash, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Magic Missile on him. You. Get 5, but I'm also gonna use Fury of the Small. As Vash just like screaming at him. So that's not 5, that's 8. Because it's +1 for each. Plus another 5. So that's 13. 13 altogether.
13 to hit or 13 damage, sorry.
13 damage. Magic Missile is auto.
Oh, it's auto hit, yeah.
And that's just Scarpa's behind the tree again.
Okay.
And attempts to hide. Because after seeing him do an impeccable amount of damage, Vash is like, yeah, no, fuck that. And just fails. Can I just hide like every turn as a bonus action? I can. Fantastic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bonus action attempt to hide again.
Sweet. Stealth check then, please.
What? Nat 20. That's my third nat 20 today. I'm not getting it on any of the rolls except for like things that don't really matter.
Very good for hiding from the Clooney.
Yeah.
That's always the way.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so Finbar, you're back up.
Yes.
Ari is now at crotch level with the Clooney. He's charmed your plan A.
Can't let this happen
from you, Finbar.
No! I'm gonna try. He's right on the edge there, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and push him off just with my little arms.
Okay. So we'll do a shove attack, which is like kind of the same as a grapple.
It's a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. So you just like, no, step forth and push him. He takes a step back. He is very much on the precipice now. He's at your mercy.
I want to say I am your father, but I don't. Then I stand over him and leer and Ari, snap out of it! And I throw a pair of underwear on her to try and break her free from the curse. The only way I know how.
With underwear.
Just clothe him.
And at the end of your turn, Finbar, he's going to stood right tippy toes on the edge of this tower. He's just going to reach out and touch your face. I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
How bad at this? 15.
15. Unfortunately, it's not enough. The next time you go to hit him, your heart won't be in it. There's just something. There's a gleam in that motherfucker's eyes. That sparkle in those baby blues that are just doing something to you, man. Clear Skies, you're up.
All right, so he's on the edge.
Finbar has him right on the edge.
Finbar, we must do this.
I know.
We must
I
end
don't
him.
know if I can.
Then I will do it for you, my friend. And I'm gonna swipe at him with my rapier.
Nice.
A natural 1.
No!
Yeah.
There's just
I'm
something.
convinced at his power.
I'm still hasted.
Oh yeah, you are.
So that's that's a 17 to hit.
Unfortunately, not now.
Ah, dang it.
You go
You're
to
right.
swipe for him, Clear Skies, and as you do, you just see the man in the nipple suit just flash before your eyes, and it just throws you off.
Those nipples.
What? Let's looking over to him.
I don't know.
Okay.
It is now back to the turn of Hans Clooney. And he's getting desperate now. He's looking around, eyes wild. And he's going to try and push you back, Finbar, to try to get back on top of the tower.
Okay.
With a natural 20.
Oh, bugger.
So you're pushed back. He's just on the tower, however. He's not quite on the precipice as he was, but he's standing there. He says, think about what we could have, Finbar. Everything we've worked for. Which will then bring us to Ari.
Never.
I believe she's now been snapped out of her snake charming incident. And feeling a little bit perturbed by herself, she's just going to sock him one right in the snake.
Nice. Roll an unarmed attack. You are proficient with it, so you get to add your proficiency.
Excellent. All right. Oh my gosh! Even with a +3, like we went from that one.
Look, that burst was just too dang juicy, and you can't bring yourself to burst that sausage.
What happened to me? I was rolling so well.
I stole everyone's luck and just rolled nat 20s on stealth checks in the middle of combat as well.
You know what it is, though, don't you? It's the curse of Chris. He's
the
not
curse
here.
of Chris. He's passed on his. I'm gonna kill him.
God damn it, Chris, every time.
Damn it, Chris. After Ari, we have Bavash.
Hello. Might just spam magic missile until the end of the fight. I think that might be my shout.
I can't hit this fucker. Like,
yeah.
Vash, you are the only one.
Everyone's fighting as Vash just occasionally pops behind a tree and then and pops back behind. Yeah, screw it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to magic missile again. Bing. So that's 11. And then I'm going to try and hide behind the tree again.
Nice.
Okay. And then I hide behind the tree with a dirty 20.
Nice. All right. Finbar. Twinkle in his eye.
I'm right next to him still. I just can't make myself do anything. I'm gonna try and fucking shove him again, but I have disadvantage when I do it.
Let's go for it. You never know.
5, please. Oh, 14.
Unfortunately, not enough. You just shove weakly at his chest. He almost reaches out as if he wants to fold you into his arms.
Bastard. Why do I want to be folded into his arms so bad?
Anything you want to do with the bonus action?
I'll give a bardic inspiration to the only guy who can hit anything, which is Vash.
I appreciate it.
Clear Skies, you're up.
All right. Let's see if we can end this.
I believe in you.
Rapier swipe. That's that's good. That's 23 to hit.
That'll do it.
And I'll use my last bardic inspiration die to shove him 10 feet. Or shove.
Okay.
It's not 10 feet. I have to roll the inspiration die. So hold on.
Yes.
It's actually. So that's 7 plus. Okay, so it is 10 feet because the inspiration die was a 5. So it's 5 plus the inspiration die. So that's 12 damage from the rapier, and he has pushed 10 feet.
Okay, so Finbar. As the Clooney reaches out, as if to fold you into his loving embrace. Clear Skies steps in front of you, pushes you behind with the mum arm, slashes at him with the rapier and pushes him with an incredible force, flying off the side of the tower. And the Clooney looks so beat up, he looks so tired, and he just looks at you forlornly one last time as he falls. His arm reaches out towards you, and you hear softly, "Ma," as he goes.
Bad for him. Some part of me still loves him.
It truly is Christmas now, or whatever it was. Christmas.
Vash just turns around. Not trust, just like, he's done this before. Now, he always falls off and he always appears behind us.
Yes, look behind us.
There's a moment of silence as you're waiting for something, for the Clooney to reappear behind you all, for some last trick in his badger raping book. There's nothing. You hear a sickening impact on the ground as his body finally hits it. And then, carried on the wind, a small child says, "God bless us, everyone."
I just look over the edge of the building at him. Yippee-ki-yay, badger fucker.
The Clooney is defeated. And before long, the rest of the goons in the tower are rounded up by the other adventurers that realize, hey, we're adventurers. Why did we get rounded up by German terrorists? And they take the tower back. They get arrested or murdered horribly. And things return to a sense of almost normalcy back in the guild. Unfortunately, atop the tower where you are is the Huntress's dead body, where her head had been exploded. The guild, the order, is in need of a new leader. If only there were one among any of them that could take the title, the mantle.
Well, I mean,
Points to Wolf. Wolf should do it.
Not that guy. No, he's fired. He even
Everyone
alive.
seems to like him
still-
so much.
No,
Didn't he
mustn't be
like
alive,
rig
really.
the elevator against us?
Yeah,
one of
why
his
did you do
team.
that? That's such a dick move. Well, obviously on your side, you idiot. But listen, if there has to be a leader who is, and I'm not saying better, I'm saying the best out of all of you, who is just on paper and in person the greatest person and thing that's happened to this company, then I guess it would have to be me. So, seeing as she was dead, she said the last thing was like, Finbar, I'd love for you to take over the order if I ever died. You know?
I heard it. I bear witness
I can
to
second
this
this,
account.
yes.
Right. And also she said that all of these guys here who helped me get all of the treasures that they want.
Oh yes,
Do
I
I?
did hear that bit. That bit is true. Yes, no, I heard that. That just definitely should.
And the tower now is now passed on to Vavash, regardless of whether his family is still alive or dead.
That is also true. Yes, thank you, Ari. Yes,
Yep.
this is all. Yes,
She has a lot of power, does the Lady of the Order.
she said a
Even
lot of
family
things. She had a
and-
lot of time before
She
she
said she had a lot to
died.
say.
Yeah. We just
She
kind
was
of
very
waited
much a
around for a minute. We
businesswoman.
didn't do anything.
Fascinating stuff.
Has a
really.
very much
That
held
could have been in
black
here at
woman
all.
She didn't even know she didn't even know we were here. She didn't know we were there. She was just saying it, just generally out into the universe, hoping good vibes would happen. It's so lucky that we were here. We were there
Exactly,
to tell everyone.
karma.
Right.
Yes, it's really good.
So as you make your way back down the tower, ready to
Give us
assume
a-
your mantle, is there anything you would like to do before we move to our are they now, montage?
I'm gonna turn to Vavash and say, you know what, Vavash? This day has taught me one thing, and that is life is too short, too precious. How would you like to return to the sea with me and become pirates once more?
If this small journey has taught me anything, it's that magic missile is a great spell. And yes, no, I'm fine with that. I'd totally do it. I'm game. Yeah, let's go steal things again.
Perfect. Wink. Perfect. Her.
Wank.
Oh, very good.
That will give someone some pause for thought right there.
I'm meowsing.
That took me a weirdly long time to get, considering how on the nose that was.
I wish that I could just be whisking away from all of this.
You're all fired.
Anyway.
All of you.
So you make your way back down to the base of the tower now, and see an interesting scene before you. Wolf appears to be being presented with many medals by the local chief of the guard. It looks a lot like Reginald Fell Johnson. Weirdly.
No connection.
And no family resemblance.
No.
No relation. And he seems to. They're going. Thank you. It was difficult, but I did manage to destroy the particular bad man in question, the notorious bad badger man, Hans Clooney, and I did save the people. Unfortunately, I couldn't save the Grand Huntress, but she did say that I was of the most capable of the hunters left, and that if anything should happen to her, that I should be given a leadership role, and that the order is mine now.
I cast Thunderwave on him.
Yeah, I was going to join in. I might just cast Magic Missile on him.
I was going to cast Sleep on him at second level. So.
Just at the same time, he falls asleep, gets Thunderwave and Magic Missile. Just instantaneously fucked on so many levels.
What happens is, as he's talking, and you see he's like talking to reporters who are writing down what's happening, and says, "Oh, tell me more. What about the part where you had no shoes on and you were, yep, okay. Oh, where you strangled? Oh, yeah. As that happens, he gets blasted by magic missiles in his chest, and before he has time to turn and to react to what happens, he falls asleep into a heap on the floor just in time for Finbar's Thunderwave to kick off, which blasts everybody away in a 10-foot sphere, but sends Wolf flying out of the front doors of the Order, which were shut. So there's a wolf-shaped hole in the front doors as he is blasted into Smackhead Tommy's Plaza. And everybody kind of just turns and looks.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome.
There's one guy that just stands up and goes,
My name is Finbar, the half-elf bard, but you already know that. I'm the new leader of the Order. Things are about to get a whole lot more fun around here.
And the uniform is striking.
Scandalous.
Freeze frame, cut to everything being on fire and screaming, everyone running around. Fucking Finbar's like,
While everyone is only wearing Finbar's underwear. Like, that's like it.
Finbar's happy. Good. My work here is done.
So, as Finbar says, I am the new leader of the Order. Everything freezes in place, and credits appear to start rolling. And we cut to a "Where are they now?" montage. Vavash, where do we find you? Maybe like a couple of months to a year down the line after the encounter.
Did I? Because we said that the Huntress said all the things about us. Do I actually get the tower?
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I give the tower to Finbar. Or he just leases it, I guess, rents it. And then, and Vavash goes on the seas with Clear Skies again in a very weird buddy cop spin-off. In which, that's it. It's like a week-to-week kind of show. There's no real story element. It's fine, but it has like a small kind of cult following. And
the
people
second
ship
season
them like
was
every
shit
week.
because there was a writer's strike. So I mean,
So bad, like literally awful. And we'd be moved around from network to network, and we got cancelled. We got put on like Yahoo Instant, and then we got officially cancelled. It was rough. We've had a rough time of it. That's kind of what happens. They live average lives because the show isn't that good. Well, Vavash lives an average life because the show isn't that good afterwards.
And then they made a spin-off that was just Clear Skies, but they changed him completely and had Antonio Banderas play him, and they called it Puss in Boots. So
that's true. This has just been one long Puss in Boots prequel before he's in Shrek. Before Shrek finds him. Yeah. Yeah, that's what happens.
Okay, and is there anything extra that you would like to add to Clear Skies as post Clooney encounter story? Is there anything that Clear Skies got up to, perhaps separate from Vavash?
He has an extremely powerful fear of badgers now, and that's the only thing that I have to add to it. Is that he is constantly waking up with night terrors of badgers.
And I imagine it gets dangled over you a lot in the TV series, like the threat of the badger, but it never really fully comes into play. It's just more of one of those, like, we'll address this in a later season, but then you get cancelled kind of deals.
It's so bad.
We have to be badgers.
Yeah. I cannot express how bad the show is. It's horrendous. It's the Hawaii 5-0 remake of this campaign. It's terrible.
It gets cancelled and nobody offers to pick it back up.
No one even remembers it.
There's no Twitter campaign to get it back on air.
No. We did win an award for the best original series in Yahoo Instant, but it was like the 1 year they did it, and only for like the 3 weeks that Yahoo Instant was on, which is cool, but
So, where do we find Ari after everything that she's gone through with the Order, after all of her encounters, her brushes with death? What's Ari up to?
Ari's getting by in her own way, probably back to thieving and probably still somewhat working for Finbar until he burns things to the ground. Probably, selling some of Finbar's underwear on the markets around, seeing what the latest styles of underwear are, keeping up with the current trends and making sure that Finbar can stay ahead of the curve as far as lingerie goes. Luxury lingerie.
Nice. Actually, and Ari, you do really well with that. You get awards for like Enterprising Businesswoman of the Year. You get a notoriety. You're extremely
I
good
am the
skilled.
Meryl Streep of underwear.
Yes. In fact, you launch your own lingerie catalog, fashion magazine.
Excellent.
The Rogue
wow.
Wears Heresy was the book that they wrote about Ari.
Perfect. I will have to get myself a cape and a pointier nose.
Nobody really knows what happened to Derek after the Order. He just sort of disappeared. very stoically and quietly, grumpily, just disappeared one night, walked off, took his dress, took everything. Bryn got a taste for murder. Her and Marzipan became notorious murderers in the land, and thus far have eluded capture. Her excellent skills as a ranger have made sure that she's to be unfound when she doesn't want to be. She has a particular penchant for murdering anyone called Lenny. There's a chill in the air when anybody will introduce themselves as Lenny, Leonard, or any sort of variant of the Lenny name. The fear that Bryn may just appear one day and shoot them several times in the head. Finbar, where do we find you?
Finbar would use his ill-gotten gains and newfound power in the Order and abuse it as best as he could. So he would take all of the resources that the Order has and reroute them into production of his new line of ungodly incest, which comes out in 2019. And eventually he runs a business into the ground, as he does every time. And when eventually the whole place is on fire with Ari, they take their awards and they skip town. And where they wind up, I guess we'll have to find out next season.
Who knows? So, as the final pages of the book entitled The Order close shut by a very grandfatherly hand, a kind, warm face smiles down at a young boy lying in a bed who just looks up at their grandfather with a very confused face. There's a moment between the two of them before the kid goes, "Granddad, what the fuck was that?" And that is the end of The Order.
Hey.
Bravo.
Well done.
Fantastic stuff, everybody. Fantastic stuff.
GGWP.
Yep. Good game, everyone. That was amazing. And thank you to Rebecca for making the Clooney Badgermancer stat block for us this week. Check that out on magehandpress.com. You can go and download it. Believe it or not, it has been birthed into the world as a very altogether too real thing. But that is the last show of The Order. That's the last show of the season here on Encounter Roleplay. We're back in 2019, so we're taking a couple of weeks off to get the next season together here on the channel. So we'll be a little bit quieter, a couple of holiday one-shots, that kind of thing, maybe here and there. But sort of farewell for a little while. So let's go around the cast and the crew. Did we enjoy ourselves, and where can we find you guys online? Let's start with Susie tonight. Fantastic job, not only in tonight's session, but with the whole season. How was that for you, Susie?
Thank you so much for having me. This was a wild ride. You know, we started off trying to have some semblance of like storytelling integrity. I was trying to be kind of subtle with my references, weave a story. But a couple of episodes in, it was just like, let's just go balls to the wall with this, and let's not be subtle. Let's have fun. And I feel like we had an absolute ton of fun. So thank you all so much for playing. Thank you for having me, Will. Thank you for joining me, Madam Gandalf. I want to thank you actually in particular for stretching my DM muscles. Your creative attacks and stuff. Really, no, it's been genuinely fantastic. Every week I'm like, what's she gonna do this week? What bullshit am I going to pull out my ass this week? It's been so good. So thank you so much. But you can find me at Susanna Grace literally anywhere on the internet. That's Susanna with one N. On Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, ArtStation, YouTube, whatever it is, I'm on there at that. I know we'll post a schedule real soon with what I'm up to in January, because I'm going to be everywhere like a bad rash again. So in case you're not sick of me, follow me on Twitter and keep up to date with where I'll be.
Fantastic stuff. Madame Gandalf, what on earth was that?
Oh, lordy. Apparently I decided to go out with a bunch of failure at the end of this season of the viewer games. But it's been an incredible incredible season. Susie, you're just such a fantastic dungeon master to not only put up with my shenanigans, to also put on with us ripping into so many of your NPCs so harshly. I mean, it's a wonder that Wolfie hasn't like gone to drastic measures really with himself over how harsh we are over everything he does and to critique him so much. But yeah, you always manage to just pull out the stops and really bring everyone together, and it's always fun. And I've loved playing through the different movie scenarios as well and trying to be like, ooh, what one is it this week? What one is it this week? You're really creative and really vibrant to play with. So thank you so much. And I've had a lot of fun. My name's Madam Gandalf. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I do a whole plethora of different games, as well as cooking, singing, D&D, you name it. I've probably done it on Twitch already. And yeah, come on by the Green Dragon and have a drink on me.
Fantastic stuff. Fantastic. And Dogseed, how was that tonight for you?
I had a fantastic time. This was great. I've been watching the whole season, waiting for my chance to get in here and muck things up, and we certainly did, didn't we? We mucked it up real good. Yeah, that was great, Susie. Thank you guys for having me. I had a blast. You can find me at DorksideVO on the Twitter. That's pretty much the only social media that I do. You can find me as the Dungeon Master in Residence at Roll Call RP's Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/ROLECALLRP. And you can find me on Mondays on the RPG Labs Twitch channel, where I play TikToks, the Kobold Inventor Wizard.
Awesome. Love it. And Matthew, how was that tonight for you, my friend?
It was great. I was super nervous coming on. But no, yeah, you guys are all fun. I've had a great old time, and I've had fun yeeting people into space. I only wish I could do it more. If I could do it every week, I mean, I would. So I am Captain Krail, which I'll put actually in the chat just so it's better, right? On Twitch, variety streamer as well, and I do I DM a D&D 5e thing on Tuesdays. We're having a little break at the minute. Maybe I should go follow that and watch that on Tuesdays. Which is Captain Krail is also my Instagram, and my Twitter is Matthew Atwood, which is just there, which is my name. Yeah,
fantastic, love it. Well, my friends, that is a wrap on the order. Thank you for joining us for 14 episodes of fun-filled shenanigans and madness. Like I said, this is the end of the season here on Encounter Roleplay, so we'll be back in the new year for a brand new set of shows and new casting players and everything. So hang with us until then. You can follow us on Twitter. I'll do all the social stuff here. If you want to keep up with all the announcements, teasers, posters, trailers, and everything that's coming out, that's the best place to go and do so. And keep an eye out, because we'll be hosting another video game next season as well, where you guys can come along and join in and play the game. So if you haven't joined in the Discord yet, go ahead and do so. That's the best place to keep up with us as well. But my friends, until next time for the rest of 2018, try not to roll too many nat ones. Have a great holidays, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.